Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here for the Summit 7 Southeast Asian qualifiers. It's going to be a wonderful matchup today, the one that I've been most excited for the entire time. Mineski facing off against Fnatic. I'm Lyrical, going to be joined as well by the wonderful, the great Ryu Dota. My man, it's a battle for the ages. These two teams, they had a lot of roster shuffles, and now you have a situation where it's going to be Miracle facing his old team, his old teammates, Raging Potato, Ninja Boogie, and Mushi playing against his old teammates, DJ and Ohio. It's awesome. I'm excited. How you doing?
Reserve time.
Yep. Grudge match, as you said it. This is going to be very fun stuff. If this was in a maybe, then we could see some all chat, some flame, like, no, you're the fault, you're the problem, no, you're the problem.
Right.
But I think in SCA, I don't think that's how things operate. It would be kind of funny to see, though, to see what they said. Maybe if they'll, like, afterwards, it's like you, when you lose or something, you lost to them, and then they just message, yeah, you got lucky punk or something. You got lucky kid. Mushi's just going to whisper them next or after the game if that happens.
Yeah, it's worth noting that these teams were like very respectful of each other in the lobby. There was no all chat. There was no salt in the wounds. Maybe that's the extra salt in the wounds is, you know, the silence before it comes out. But regardless, we're in the game now, and it's going to be a first pick Earth Spirit for Mineski, leading into an Axe Crystal Maiden, followed up by the Lifestealer. Now Fnatic taking the early Invoker for the man Miracle himself. What do you think so far of the draft?
Pretty standard stuff. I want to say we got I think maybe the Slardar ban. Sometimes we see teams just letting it in a lot more recently because you have like Avernus. You can put him in the off lane. He can counter that hero pretty heavily by just taking just shielding off the amp. So maybe seeing that banned out early on is a little shocking for me. But other than that, everything else is pretty much standard. Earth Spirit, Lifestealer. Earth Spirit's always going to be first pick material, just the way he can operate in team fights and early on. Now, Fnatic, they've decided to show a little bit of their cards early here by showing their Invoker in the mid lane. And now, Mineski, what do they want to do to respond? A Warlock.
Very interesting. You know, and I should mention that I said that it was going to be a Miracle Invoker. We don't necessarily know that that's the case. It's obviously, I expected, you know, that from him because they were he was so well known for playing that hero previously when he was playing for Mineski. But there's a chance that since he is playing the one position that they don't decide to put it on him. Instead, it's going to be on QO. Still a lot of questions to be answered about this Fnatic roster and the way that they want to play it. You have Miracle tagged up as the one right now for that position, but those things can change as the team finds its identity. But for now, at least, as you mentioned, that Warlock getting taken, it feels like they're solving maybe doubling down on the team fight that they've already got. Fatal Bonds and Magnetize is a hell of a lot of damage.
Yep. It's also a really good counter for the Axe call. So they're going to have, most likely, Axe trying to call the Lifestealer or whoever the mid person is, and then bam, Warlock should be waiting in the back. He's going to have that huge rock, and then you're going to have Earth Spirit coming in as well. So they have like two counter initiates for this X right now. So I really do love Mineski's opening right now. Fnatic, they need to make sure they don't play too greedy right now because Invoker can be punished pretty heavily because they have an Earth Spirit on the enemy team. And then, so, this hero is kind of greedy, but at the same time, if you have a stronger tri-lane or a really strong two other heroes with a Spectre, then you can get away with it early on. But that's, I guess they really want to have the Spectre so that they can get in the back lines of the and cause havoc. Like when you have the Haunt in, you can see where the Warlock is, the Earth Spirit, you know their positioning when they're going to come in, and then you just go in the back line. So Spectre is like the counter to sometimes the Warlock problem.
Yeah, and I think that also can be an issue for any other pick that you take with the Lifestealer. If you want to have another initiator, maybe it's that Sand King or Centaur already banned out. A lot of the other ones already banned out. Probably Sand King would be the best spec if they want to do it. But now you have a Blink Dagger Canceller with Spectre as well. Granted, Earth Spirit is a good another source of initiation, but we'll have to see how it ends up working. I feel like also Spectre is maybe a little bit underrated. It has the highest win rate right now in pubs for a carry and the second highest overall just behind Abaddon.
Yeah, that's a really interesting stat. So they're going to go with the TA. And then this allows them to put a lot of pressure on. TA is a really good hero here. They don't have many ways to really counter the TA. Crystal Maiden is pretty good against the hero. You Frostbite, ulti, and then a lot of damage will be on the TA. But at the same time, you have Earth Spirit to counter the CM. Lifestealer just eats at her. TA isn't the best hero against Radiance. So if Spectre does have a fast Radiance, and the TA doesn't necessarily have a BKB, that evasion could be a problem. But Mineski, their lineup's pretty well rounded. Fnatic, they have a lot of global pressure. They have a lot of setup. Both teams have their merits right now.
And it definitely signals how Mineski want to play this game, which is more fast tempo. Take down the towers, secure yourself farm and Aegis before Fnatic can start coming online. They don't want to have to go late against this. Although I guess that there is some possibility for them to still go late if they get a couple of racks advantage or something else like that. But yeah, last round of picks now after the Silencer and the Legion Commander bans. Is there anything that really sticks out to you that either team is particularly missing in their draft? Oh, okay. A straight up off-lane Tusk. Do you like the pick?
I'm thinking if they're trying to do something really cool, like pull creeps or something, maybe that we don't know about, and then they're going to do that, or if they're trying to go off. Lifestealer doesn't win a 1v1 versus X, so I'm not sure.
Enchantress.
I'm not sure about this Tusk pick. It's actually puzzling me to the beyond belief. And this Enchantress pick is really nice because they don't want to get run over by the early game, and Enchantress can now go on the TA in the middle lane, can cause havoc anywhere, can help out the safe lane if she wants. Mineski doesn't. They have no solution for these creeps early on. Like there's nothing besides the Earth Spirit Mineski can do. The only thing Mineski can do is have the Earth Spirit rotating around, trying to find the Enchantress and keeping tabs on her, while maybe setting up some ganks of his own.
I'm going to be honest, it feels like this Enchantress is just such a good answer in general because they don't have any of those normal responses. This was like the
they got no
answer.
CM, they got no Mirana, they got
Witch
no
Doctor.
Boom.
Like,
yeah, there's nothing for the creeps. And then Enchantress plus Invoker pushing power can be very potent early on, especially in that mid lane. So this Tusk last pick, it's not giving me hope, but the Tusk can go off this game, I guess is a good way to say it. Maybe he'll just like go on a rampage.
Well, and so this is the thing, is like how well I think that everybody, when they looked at these teams, they saw the Fnatic lineup. You got Miracle, you got Kyo, you got Ohio, DJ, Febby, all these incredibly talented players from all over the world and all over the regions. But it's like, how do they fit together? How does that all work and connect? And then you take a look on the other side, and it's Mineski with a very strong, competent captain in Mushi, and I feel like they've drafted themselves a winning lineup here, depending upon how much DJ can get done on the Enchantress. That's going to be a big question for me. Oh, wait, hold on. I misspoke. That's the other way around. Flip the script. Reverse everything that I said there. Reverse everything that I said. I can't even get the team straight. It's so weird to see Mushi not on Fnatic and to see Miracle on the... it's blowing my mind. I do think this Enchantress pick is going to be amazing.
You gotta do your research on the SEA region. I'm just kidding. This is interesting. Oh, Sentry Ward, nicely placed by AU. He's gonna have blocking at least one of those creeps for the Enchantress.
Oh, look at him! Look at the love! Look at the love! I want to see some more of that stuff. But yeah, I guess that's the thing, is that so. Going back to the storyline I was trying to build, to me it feels like the good draft was made here by QO. Maybe picking up a little bit of flavor from the NA region by taking the Enchantress. You know, his little brief foray into that world.
Yeah. I just want to see what this Tusk can accomplish this game. Because if Tusk doesn't do that much in this game, I just feel like Fnatic, they're just going to overwhelm them in the mid to late game. But having said that, they have And they have to survive the early game too from the Enchantress, like we said from DJ. He's also got phase boots queued up. Sometimes Enchantresses, they go for the Midas Rush or whatnot. AU gonna be poking.
Yeah. It does look like he wants to get into a position, but DJ just going to defend that courier for the moment. And I mean, you talk about phase boots, but even just sitting there with the normal movement speed, 385 on the Enchantress is absurd. KYXY will be able to pull the creep wave past. And it looks like we're going to be off to the races. Invoker versus TA in the mid matchup. How does that one work out for you?
TA does come out ahead in this matchup. And then... But the problem is that there's going to be an Enchantress rotating with a Cold Snap or Alacrity. That could be a very big deal for Raging Potato. And then we also have the Sun Strikes coming out from Invoker, which can help him back in this matchup. But right now he's just getting completely dominated, QO. One last hit out of 8 creeps. That's called crushed.
And 6 denies. That's the other thing. Like a hero that so desperately needs his levels, like you can't have that happen. In the meantime, though, bottom lane, they do have the double Centaur Conqueror that does miss the first stomp there. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of damage potentially there for Ninja Boogie as they find the call onto Mushi in the top lane as well. I guess that is another answer, is later on like the Lifestealer infesting into the creeps to kill him off, but it's still not a great answer.
Yeah, and then these supports, they can't actually pull. Bamped.
Okay. Double stun. He's in some trouble. Getting the body blocks. DJ fully encapsulating them. Sunstrike is going to be off the market now. DJ steps too far afoot. Can they find this kill? DJ still running 14 HP. They do draw first blood. Ohio finds one in return, though, onto AU. And it looks like the Centaur is going to try and run down Ninja Boogie. Ohio is still here as well. They're chasing, but not finding the kill as Ohio TPs away.
They're trying to pull, but it's only going to get the range creep. That's a little unfortunate. But, yep, double Centaurs, man. That's the way it goes. Now, let's see what DJ is going to be able to accomplish now, right? So, they got a good trade-off for Mushi, since he got the first blood. And then, that does favor him. And then, Ohio had to waste TP to get away. But still, there's pressure being applied. Let's see if there's any other camps for him to work with. No, there's nothing for him to work with until the 3-minute mark.
Yeah.
It's only the Centaur right now.
It's not the best in the world, but it can still work out for him. And with Ohio here as well, they can still keep disrupting this pull that goes on and get a good amount of experience. He's actually going to head all the way over towards the Dark Troll Summoner. So farming a bit more. Does not use the enchant on the second Centaur, so he only has the one Dark Troll Summoner, which does hurt a little bit. And the continuing story of this game is, you know, TA with the same amount of denies pretty much as Invoker has last hits.
Yeah, he's also had the double damage rune picked up for the last like 20-30 seconds. But Raging Potato, he's feeling a little bit scared because he doesn't know where the Enchantress is. They keep pinging him out. They know where he's in the jungle, so yeah, they see him now. They can't really do anything about this, though. They have the smoke on the Enchantress. DJ is going to go back top instead of going for that mid kill. So this is going to allow QO to catch up, just because that threat of the Enchantress King.
Yeah. And I want to see if also, like, they want to put any more emphasis. Oh, nice block there of the spin, and AU is going to tank that Sunstrike. They have the follow-up stun as well. He was able to get the Boulder Smash off, but AU will still fall there in the end as Mushi tries to run down and kill off DJ. Not likely to happen with no rage leveled at this point. So Lifestealer can't find a kill. They take one in return on Fnatic.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see him get 2 in open wounds early on like that. Normally you see 1-1-1 because you'll have your phase boots ready, and then you can just phase boots to catch up to somebody, and then he needs to have the rage for the Enchantress to kill because he's untouchable.
Yeah.
So far, it's looking really good for Fnatic early on.
Oh. I mean, I guess I sort of wonder, though, like, how much is it really going to be a problem, the out CS that's happening in the other lanes? Like, can Tusk snowball out of control? I didn't even mean that. As Raging Potato going to get Sunstruck. Oh, gets the refraction charges back up, and Frostbite not able to find that kill. They're going back in now onto QO. AU shows up, finds the stun on a DJ, trying to body block. Can they get into range to kill him off? It is going to be enough there with the snowball. Now looking for Raging Potato. He is going to have refraction back up. They kill off the Centaur and going to run him down. Mineski making the plays that they need to, and Febby trying to roll away, but is not going to be able to escape. 2 more rotations coming towards mid. They haunt towards Raging Potato. The battle that's never going to end. The Sunstrike coming through. It is going to kill him off. Raging Potato goes down. Holy shit. This is a battle early on.
Yep. Off lanes rotating. Like the off lane as well as the core coming in early before 6 minutes. That's just crazy. Good TPN all around from basically everyone in this game. Just understanding that there's going to be these dives in the mid lane, and you have to give respect to this Enchantress, and that means you got to come with in force. Meanwhile, Ninja Boogie seems to be dead.
Yeah, that will be a pickup here. Oh, inside the snowball. Seems unlikely to make the escape nonetheless, and yeah, they do kill him off, and this might actually just be the death of KYXY. They have the cold snap there to start bringing him low. They go in for a little bit more damage over to the side. QO is going to end up dropping. No, is going to be able to ghost walk away, alive on nothing. 14 HP. They kill off the CM nonetheless. So the continued brawls in the mid lane. Nobody's farming really, with the exception of Miracle.
Yep. He got into his 1 kill in the mid lane, and then he got out, and then now he's farming. Mushi's being very active. That's what you want to see. Normally, sometimes when you play Lifestealer, you want to just farm until you get the armlet, but this game you have to come to these team fights early, else you're just going to get overwhelmed by the Enchantress.
AU kills off QO way behind the lines, drops a tree as well. And now AU is getting ran down by Febby. Sorry, I ended up missing that one. Went deep for that kill. He's still going to be able to roll away here. It looks like we'll get out scot-free. AU, the sniper.
Man, I wish I could have seen that. I was just watching the pressure being mounted, as well as just coughing up a lung or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's okay, man. Don't get sick. Ohio dive in for Mushi. They stand in place for a moment because of that toss of the hurl boulder. The heal coming in. DJ is there. Sunstrike. They miss it off to the side, but they will have another Hadouken to come out. Right clicks. He's going to go. Oh, I thought maybe the Shard Golems with the hurl boulder was going to be enough damage for the kill on the Lifestealer. Is there another Sunstrike 10 seconds away? It doesn't look like Kyo wants to go for it.
Yep, this Enchantress pick is just doing too much right now. It's like, he's causing too much space. You normally think of a Space Maker as an Earth Spirit where he's constantly rotating around, doing stuff, but the Enchantress is single-handedly causing space in like all of the lanes, making sure that Miracle can't get ganked on the Spectre. QO is getting free farm. No.
Mushi showed up to this in the top lane, is going to infest inside of a creep now. And trying to get for the deny. DJ picks up the kill on the tower nonetheless, and now they're actually thinking about going over here. Ohio trying to TP out. That's just going to end up being a bit more damage dealt out. Spectre Haunt? Bottom lane? Not sure exactly what they're trying to accomplish here.
Trying to get the extra damage onto KY.
KYXY. Snowballs.
This'll come in handy.
Trying to run. Does not have any more stick charges, and that last right click from the Invoker will secure the kill.
He almost was able to juke around.
Yeah.
Tree line. Another thing that was really surprising for me to see was KY. He went for the bottle even though he had like 1,100 gold. Instead of just getting the mana boots. And then now it's just his mana boots have been slowed down. And then I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to go for after that. Normally we see mechs and stuff, but in this game, does he feel like he needs to be utility, getting that mech, or does he want to try and go for a semi-carry build? We'll have to see.
Yeah. I really like the build that the Spectre's been going too, because it signals how Fnatic want to play this game, that they can get aggressive early with this Enchantress. You know, Axe is almost at his Blink Dagger as well, and this is a lineup that can push quickly if given that type of sustain. But bottom lane, we have AU and KYXY the full assortment of skills. Do they realize this gank is coming?
They have a feeling that it's coming.
Yeah.
They're going to get out. They don't really see anybody on the map. They have one deep dire ward in the jungle to show if anybody's farming, and they don't see anybody. So Warlock's getting his levels top lane. Raging Potato is going to pick up a regen rune. He's going to go back doing, well, no ancients, but creeps in the jungle.
I think it's really important that they get those levels up on the Warlock. He was level 2 just a couple of minutes ago, and I was like incredibly worried about their ability to take these fights, because eventually the Enchantress does sort of fall off as a hero, and you want to make sure that Mineski can get the levels on the Warlock to defend high ground before that happens. Do you think that it's going to be any better, the changes that we've seen to Enchantress with like the level 25 talents, or is this still a hero that tends to fall off in the later stages?
I don't think the hero falls off just because you can go Hurricane Pike,
okay,
and you can always just reposition yourself, allies. It gives you the tank ability, and you can see that he is going to be rushing it, no Midas and stuff. So it's going to allow him to be more survivable in team fights. And then you have, as you said, his talents are really good later on, either to play defensively or offensively. So it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun to watch what DJ does this game and see how he takes over control this game, because he's in a prime position to do that.
Right. Well, for now at least, the early action has somewhat been abated. There were 12 kills, I think, by the 8-minute mark, and now we're sitting still at the same number, but much later into the game, waiting for those first couple of big items to come online, and that Axe Blink Dagger is certainly one of them. I don't know if he's going to catch Ninja Boogie in this top lane, as he's kind of been holding back, making sure he doesn't get caught out. And yeah, now they ping it out. They realize Ohio has a Blink Dagger, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to surprise Mineski at this point with it.
Yeah, the problem right now is Mineski, they want to be very aggressive, but at the same time they can't, because they don't have the support levels that they need. So they are forced to farm, meaning that Fnatic are getting the upper hand in this early game. And then now DJ's happy. He got his level 6. He has a summons. He's gonna start barreling down on this bottom tower as well as Ohio.
Oh, initiation. They get the call on a Ninja Boogie. Febby with the ulti as well. They take down Ninja Boogie right at the start of that one. And that would have been a really bad set of plays if they had not caught with the Ohio there with the Chaotic Offering coming down. It could have been tragic.
Yeah, and that's just the thing that Haunt does. You're just able to see where everybody is. You get vision of people TPing and whatnot. So no TP in from Lifestealer or the TA. They knew they were able to do anything they wanted in that team fight.
Ohio again dumps in, catches KYXY. The snowball is going to keep him alive for the moment, but Febby will pay the price because of it. They do find a kill on a KYXY, I believe. No, he's able to take the Battle Hunger off. Alive on 30 HP there as well. Now trying to run down DJ. Enchantress gets off the Nature's Attendants, trying to run out. The Wand as well is going to keep him alive. Maybe with all of the Fatal Bonds damage, they can take him down, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So it does look like Mineski, they show up. They're going to take a team fight win and try and push down that tower.
Yeah, they would have won that team fight even harder if they had Magnetize up. He just got level 6. He could have caused a lot more havoc and more damage during that team fight. But now, still, even though they won that team fight, they are still going to lose their mid tower, it seems like. AU might go down too.
Yeah, they got the Sunstrike follow-up. That's going to be the dunk as well to finish the kill. Febby is going to get jumped upon yet again, and, well, another CM ulti. Might as well do it. Cold Snap with that freezing field, but Raging Potato jumps in and puts a kibosh on the CM's good time. So Ohio's going to get ran down by Raging Potato. Running through those refraction instances with Kyo here as well. Alacrity onto him. They force the Invis rune out, and TA just going to have to play it safe for the moment. Maybe going to look for the deny here. Does he get it? Oh, no, not quite.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He thought he was stronger than he really was. The story of Twitch chat.
Is under attack.
Oh my god.
Got him. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, this game is really exciting right now. It's back and forth. It's still favoring Fnatic, however, just a little bit because they're not really contesting this Spectre enough. They're not getting kills, and you just gotta feel like at the back of your mind, the Spectre's about to get out of control soon when he has his Radiance. The Invoker's not getting shut down either, so he's gonna have his egg soon, and that's just when you're not gonna have any advantage in this game whatsoever. So, Mineski, they have to do something. They have to do it fast.
They spot Ohio right here. They know he's in the area. The TA trap giving them vision, and it looks like they're setting a trap for him. The jump forward, the call comes out, but AU, he's going to be perfectly fine here. Maybe not with the haunt. They thought about trying to turn it back around, but yeah, that TA trap giving complete and total vision.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's a good kill for Mineski, but that's on a core who's kind of done his job for the most part by getting a fast blink dagger. He would love to have the blade mail so he could go for like those solo kills and stuff, but he's still making so much space for everyone. Like even this Enchantress is going to be a semi-core. Like they're basically running a 3.5 core or lineup for Fnatic, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
Middle
Miracle only about 600 gold away from the relic. If they could kill him here, this would be such a big moment for Mineski. Miracle is pretty far forward as well. They're coming in with Mushi as well as Raging Potato, and actually decide to go on to DJ instead of Miracle. I don't even know if they're going to get this kill. Yeah, with the shards, that should be the death of him. DJ will drop. Walrus punch into the face. But still, like you said, Miracle gets out.
That's like watching The Matrix right there. The Matrix of the Matrix. When he's trying to do a Walrus punch, it took like 6 seconds just to get off the hit. That's unbelievable. Anyways, Axe in the top lane, split pushing even more. Miracle's alive. That's not good.
Yeah.
So Mineski, their timing window is coming soon, and they're gonna have to pounce on it. Else the game's gonna get really hard for them. And their timing window is this TA Desolator. So he's gonna try and get this mid tower to get his Deso completed.
And that will make a huge difference in terms of also their ability to go and secure Roshan a little bit later on. Miracle, the Relic, still not quite done, as the farm has been a little bit hampered by him moving around the map. As you hear a snowball down bottom, KYXY pushing in towards the tower. And I mean, this is the thing too, is like Earth Spirit being that initiation vehicle, if they can find the Spectre, they can still blow up Miracle here.
Oh yeah. And they're going to have another vehicle too. Tusk is going for the Blink Dagger, opting to go for more of a utility role for positioning. This also allows him to blink out of snowballs, so he can snowball onto somebody, 1 or 2 heroes, and blink out immediately. This makes your survivability on Tusk go through the roof.
And also, it eventually sets up well for when he buys the Aghanim Scepter and, you know, wants to kick people, which is definitely going to happen this game. That's
what KY does?
No, it's what we saw Faith Beyond do back at DAC, and it made me my favorite player ever, because I really do love that item, but I doubt we're going to see it. I can dare to dream.
I feel like if you could kick everyone, that'd be nice.
Right.
Else the item is a little underwhelming, but they could maybe make it work.
I'll dare to dream.
We'll dream. Dream big.
Miracle. He's got that relic now, closer and closer as we do find a kill in the jungle. They take down Febby yet again.
He was putting down a deep ward, and then he got caught out. So, and then with that kill, are they gonna contest Roche? Arcane Rune on him. Sunstrike goes out. They know it's being done.
It's so tough. They have Haunt, like it's all available. They're gonna move in, but it's right before Radiance. You would love to be able to come and contest this, but
yep, it's just their window. Mineski had this window of 1 or 2 minutes where they seize the moment and then they capitalize on, because this is, if they waited 1 or 2 more minutes, it would have been where the Radiance was completed, and then they would have definitely taken the team fight. So catching a break there for Mineski. Now they're in the driver's seat for a little bit, and they're gonna do the sentry drop here. Do they have a I thought they might do a smoke play. Normally you put a sentry down if you're about to do a smoke play, but they don't have one.
Okay. Go for my master. You know, I gotta commend Fnatic for that. Like, the presence of mind to not go into contest Roshan right there, because if you contest Roshan and then you lose it and Mineski win the team fight and get Aegis, suddenly the game does become quite hard for Fnatic. They're still, I think, very comfortable in this situation, just farming, drying out the game a little bit longer, and maybe finding pickoffs here and there.
Yeah, that's how they want to play this game, and they're doing a really good job so far. I would say Fnatic has been doing a better job than Mineski as far as game plan has gone, but Mineski, they have their opportunities to show up there. Their team fight is going to be a little bit stronger depending on where they set up.
This is a big play right here. They're actually going in. Miracle is there. Earth Spirit is not going to beat them with the rest of the fight, nor is the Life Stealer, but Ohio already jumped upon KYXY is there. Ninja Boogie is gone. Miracle gets a double kill. They might even end up taking down this TA if she's not careful. Miracle chasing Tornado is there as well to slow him up. AU has Life Stealer inside. They were trying to find the kill onto Miracle in the mid lane, but they popped Haunt before the Earth Spirit could jump.
You have Aegis. We don't care. We go on you. We kill you. And so that was a little bit weird coming in from the Tusk. Like, he wanted to come in and help and save them, and then they should have probably waited for the Aegis to go down. They were like, oh, we got to save him before the Aegis goes down. But maybe if they had grouped up a little bit and waited for the ES, they could have potentially had a better team fight.
Right. Oh, definitely. And now this game becomes a lot easier for Fnatic. I mean, it was looking a little bit better after the Roshan take, but now the tier 2 tower down in the top lane, that one team fight, they can move over towards mid a little bit if they want, and there's no pressure on them because there's no Aegis for Mineski, and they have Radiance on Spectre.
Yeah, that was supposed to be their go time. They really wanted to start sieging the tier 1 top and then potentially the tier 2 with the Aegis, and then that's a lot of the momentum gone out the window. So now it's just going to be Dire should be trying to make something happen because they just wasted Radiant or the Haunt, but at the same time they're just kind of like scrambling. They don't have their Warlock ulti as well. That's a big key component.
Well, here it is. They found Miracle. They got him. That's what they needed to do. Like you said, Haunt down, make a play. Mineski capitalize. They take a kill.
All right. So now they can pressure the mid lane without having too much fear. Gotta fear the axe blink, the blink call, the blade mail, as we saw earlier.
Febby just ulti?
Febby
just ultied the bottom creep wave.
Hey man, you gotta farm sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting, going for the plus 60 damage on CM and then going back for a Midas now. Interesting.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it is something to be said that, like, these two heroes, the two supports, the Enchantress and CM, do need a little bit of loving in the late game to get that extra bump to, like, a real hero that can do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Normally you can get away with CMs going for Midas. This game, they're expecting to go late. And in situations like that, if you lose one big team fight, let's say in the next 5 minutes, and Crystal Maiden could have had that Glimmer Cape instead of that Midas to save somebody,
right?
Then you just feel horrible about it. So it's like a hit or miss sometimes. We'll have to see how it works out for Febby. He still doesn't have it quite yet because all the cores on his team are just like eating all the jungle creeps and he's not letting him farm it. It's just like one of those situations. I'm so close to my Midas. Please, team, let me have something. Or we can go get some kills. How about that? That would give me my Midas.
They're looking in the jungle, and they want to find it, but it does not seem as if Mineski are in a position to get caught out here. Invoker's farming in the top lane, QO pushing this out. And it's kind of a weird movement by Mineski as well. You've got 3 heroes in the jungle sort of playing it safe as Radiant scan, not finding anybody, but they are going to run a Raging Potato. There's the jump call on as well, burning through Refraction. Another Febby ulti does get interrupted this time, and now with the Fatal Bond spread between 3, it's not even going to end up mattering. Like, there's Magnetized onto 4, Fatal Bonds onto 3, and they still can't run down Fnatic.
Yeah, if you're playing Warlock this game, you don't even want to be in it. That's basically all I have to say about that. I mean, you just see what happens. He just haunts. He goes in the back line. The Warlock's actually dead before he can do anything. It's because the Radiance plus this, you know, this dispersion. I mean, the Desolate coming in, and then now they have all the tools that they need to go high ground. They have the Alacrity ready. The Invoker's still alive. Not looking good.
Yeah, Mushi and the Mineski guys are struggling to find an answer at this point. The Alacrity on the Spectre means that, well, and also just the Spectral Dagger means they don't even worry about the shards. They throw out a stun, connects onto DJ. Febby also going to be controlled here, but they still haven't brought him down as of yet. Turns, Frostbite's trying to run away. They have killed off Febby, but it looks like everybody else should escape from this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call out QO there. He could have got his Alacrity up a little bit sooner, at least maybe 6-7 seconds, and then they would have had the tower. And then that tower is a big deal because you can open up the shrines. So a little bit of a misplay. He was really contemplating on QO if he wanted to go in deeper and go for a solo kill, but deciding at the end of it not to do it, and then not having the Alacrity up cost them the tower, and then potentially those kills, because then you just get that tower and then you back out as a team a little bit sooner.
Yeah. And now, you know, you're in a position where you control the map by and large. They have good vision that's in towards the mid lane and the jungle up on these high grounds here. And you take a look at what Mineski has, and it's much more hampered in, even though you do have these TA traps over towards the Roche pit. And it feels like that next Roshan is going to be not necessarily like a last chance, but certainly something that Mineski have to get if they want to remain competitive in this.
Alright, so a huge item pickup. Like, this is going to be the biggest item pickup for the Dire side. The Glimmer Cape on Warlock. I'm not even joking. He can actually survive now. He can throw out the rocks. He can position himself better. So that's going to help him. They also have the Tusk with the mech online. That's going to help out a lot for this Radiance, where it's just kind of dispersing amongst everyone. So now they're going to smoke Sid. See if they can find anything.
This is such good play, too, by Miracle. Like, staying in the base. He knows that right now Mineski is just hunting him, and he's not showing anywhere. Like, doing such a good job of their movement around the map, anticipating where Mineski is going to go.
Yep. Now he comes out because they have this one ward showing where the TA was and where the ES was. Really good high ground ward that you normally don't see placed because it doesn't give that much vision for the Radiant side, but because the trees are cut down, they can afford to place that ward up there.
Well, backing out, they are going to take down all those towers. Still waiting for that next Roshan. It does look like it's sort of middle of the road respawn time.
Middle of the road.
You know. That's a saying, right? Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna run you over in the middle of the road. What is going on? Alright, I was just kidding. No, that's not me, man. I wouldn't do that.
Also, we have the Manta style, which is about to be completed as soon as the recipe comes in for Miracle. And does not break the smoke there, but would have been a great time to pick up a kill. Mineski not able to get there.
Game of inches right now. DJ, it was nice knowing you, my friend.
Oh. The Matrix style Walrus Punch connects and DJ falls. This might actually give a little bit of ability for Mineski to move in towards Roche. Looks like it's going to respond in about 20 seconds or so. Febby in trouble, slowed down.
Midas.
Gone yet again. All right, Mineski is pulling it back together here.
Yeah, they still have to give respect towards the Infest Bomb and the TA. Now, TA, this is a huge spike for her. She can potentially close out this game for Mineski now when they do get the Aegis, and she has the BKB online. That's going to help out a lot for the Radiance, Mischance, all the Invoker spells. But as we've been seeing, Ohio has been the MVP for Fnatic so far, getting all these clutch calls on top of the TA. So if that keeps continuing, this game is going to be more in favor of Fnatic.
You know, I almost wonder if in that instance right there, if like having the TA traps in Roche ended up hurting Mineski more than helping him. Because if you think about it, if you didn't have TA traps there, maybe they go to check Roshan, and then it respawns right as they're walking by it. But they saw that it wasn't there, and everybody ended up, like, walking back to farm lanes, and then they weren't in position to take advantage of the death timers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if they could have taken it, but...
It's hard because of like how short the cooldowns of, or not cooldowns, the respawn timers were.
Yeah.
But so now they're trying to steal it.
I mean, they right now, Miracle and Mineski, or rather Miracle is in the position in the pit, but they have to be wary of the Warlock ulti.
They don't have any earn charges, and he's pretty low for this fight right now.
They gotta play this safe. Currently, we do have some vision in the area. The Centaur giving it to them. KYXY is on the low ground, ready to jump in at a moment's notice. The Haunt comes out now, breaking Blink Daggers. Glimmer Cape keeping him alive, but there's the jump forward. Raging Potato trying to take down Kyo. Not going to be able to make it happen, and it does look like they've already brought down the Warlock. He got off a couple of Fatal Bonds, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. DJ running, dealing a ton of damage to AU, but you've already lost your Invoker, and now Fnatic need to be at least slightly careful. Miracle is about to get ran down. They did get some earn charges from that kill, but you can see Mushi, the big bad man, takes down one, maybe going to take down two. A double for him, 4 gone at the end of the day. And Mineski come back in a big way.
Yep. Mineski, having that Glimmer Cape meant the world to Mineski. That Fatal Bonds completely like helped the team fight, making sure that they weren't able to blink around, and they were just, the Invoker got isolated by himself, and then he just got picked off. And then when your Invoker is out of the team fight, it's just, where's all your damage coming from? The Haunt's already down. Ohio didn't have a big impact this time around with his call, like we were saying on the, he has before with the TA. And then, yep, now they have this Aegis to work with, and so this is Mineski playing for the later game. We didn't mention this that much earlier, but Mushi did go for that Midas first, and that helped him transition to a very strong carry now, sitting second on the net worth.
Yeah.
And that's all because of the Midas pickup from earlier.
Well, and, you know, it's something that you don't normally think about how big of an impact a Glimmer Cape can have, but as you mentioned, this is like the most important item for Mineski to get off because they have huge damage problems. A couple of these heroes are just very tanky and hard to deal with, and so, you know, having that Glimmer Cape available won them that fight. They're setting up on a Miracle possibly, although he should realize something is going on. Nobody is showing, and we'll back out now as all of that movement came down towards the south for him.
Yep. Another thing to note is they were kind of like grouping on the Warlock too, because they were like, okay, well, we need to find a way to kill him, but then they weren't able to. And then, yeah, because like 2 or 3 heroes clumped up, they were still able to get off the Warlock only, the stun too on 2 of the heroes. And then you have the Fatal Bonds that connected on 3, maybe 4 heroes. So that just hurt them. Committed so much, and then in that situation, he could have potentially gone on like an Earth Spirit or something instead, but
yeah,
they didn't know. They didn't have the luxury of knowing the Glimmer Cape was there. So now in these situations, Fnatic have to be extremely careful. They're gonna have to figure a way out of these situations. Like I think they need BKBs on certain heroes. I don't think Invoker can necessarily afford one, but I think. Yeah, the Axe definitely needs one. Ohio does have that queued up. So they have to find ways into these team fights for Fnatic, and then they have to disengage.
Okay.
Because Mineski, they have the BKB on TA as well as the Rage on Lifestealer. And with those 2 things up, I don't think they're going to be able to fight.
Well, I guess the other question is we'll have to save the question for now because there is a smoke up. Radiant correctly predicting that there might be some movement into their jungle, are in a position to defend against it. But we'll have to see if they actually take this fight or not. Another smoke that actually comes out. They're going to meet. Oh, God. Warlock is there as well with the big ulti to come out. Febby, he breaks the smoke right at the start. The Haunt comes out as well. Glimmer Cape immediately from Ninja Boogie, but they find the call nonetheless. Ninja Boogie gone. No Warlock ulti in this fight. The big Deafening Blast Creepball combo comes out, and they do take down and kill off that Earth Spirit. Rage and Potato still trying to stand up against Miracle. It's not going to be enough, though. Another call. Ohio makes the plays, and Mushi trying desperately to get away from his former teammate. Is it going to happen, though? I don't know if we're going to see it. We might have another dunk. No, Mushi couldn't kill his buddy anyways. as they are going to back out. DJ not wanting to get taken down. They managed to kill off the Invoker, so this fight is going to end up being a little bit more even than it was looking at the very start of it.
Yeah, good dust there by KY before he blinked away, and then just making sure that they were able to kill the Invoker. They got the Aegis that they wanted to for Fnatic. Huge plays coming in from Ohio. This is the man of the hour, man. If they want to win this game, it's going to be on his backs, and so far they're showing it, as well as QO. QO had a really amazing combo there. He sheeped up the Earth Spirit, took him out of the team fight completely early on. That's why the fight was so one-sided. Fnatic just took out 2 of the big team fight controllers and the supports. Yeah, and the CM, poor CM. Well, you know what happened to her.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and I guess that's the thing, though, that's maybe a little bit concerning about this for Fnatic is that you basically got the perfect team fight. You take out the Earth Spirit, you take out the Warlock before those spells come, and even still, they were big enough to kill off a couple of the big impact players for Fnatic. Like, Mushi is huge.
They still got the Aegis, though, so if you imagine that the Aegis wasn't on the TA, they would have got the TA kill, too, and then they would have gotten more. So I think they're still fine in the damage department, in the control department, because they do have the sheep on the Invoker. So right now, it's kind of hard for Mineski to really make sure that everyone gets saved, right? Tusk can only be in so many places at once. Like, he can choose to save this person, he can choose to save this person, but if everyone's spread out, he can't save them all with his snowball and or Guardian Greaves.
And again, another movement and smoke up by Fnatic. They have Haunt available, they use it now, but not going to get anything from it. I don't believe. They broke the smoke. I guess it was just the illusion from the TA coming out that made it work.
Yeah, what he did, that was a really cool play for everyone. He went in, manted, and then went back out, just so that the mantas could keep chasing.
Yeah.
Cool play. Gives more vision, radiance on the creeps to help push. So it's a really nice play for people that don't know about it. Meanwhile, Miracle almost has his heart completed. I wonder if they're going to be able to chew through his heart, though. Like you said, Lifestealer is just a boss right now. Mushi playing it. Meanwhile, they're checking. Ward up. See farming.
They want to get him. QO connected upon. Walrus to the wrong side. Ohio with the big call onto Mushi and KYXY. It's not going to be nearly enough damage to kill off Mushi, but they do take down the sad old husk. The Tusk.
The Husky Tusky.
Another round, though, going in. Oh, they got chaotic offering. It's going to be huge. They're jumping and topping on top of the shrine, though. They eliminate 2 in an instant. Holy crap, AU chasing. They want to find some more follow-up kills here. And, they're not going to get DJ. No. But they might run down Miracle. Okay, everybody's running away. As soon as that type of fight happens, you got to jump out with a quickness.
Gio was like, yo, let me shrine, guys. Let me shrine. And wait, oh, shit. Bad idea. My bad, guys.
Oh my god.
That was a huge rock.
I want to see how much damage that was. It was 3,000 damage in the space of like 2 seconds. And he got the Midas off. Value.
Well, needless to say, the CM Midas boys don't go that. He could have had his Glimmer Cape completed about 13 minutes ago, maybe 15 minutes ago. And then he picked up the Midas, and he's still not even close to his Glimmer. And this Glimmer would have either saved him or his allies a lot of times in these team fights. Even though the enemy team is carrying Dust, but not all the time people are going to be carrying that. Ohio's still doing really well in these team fights.
DJ.
Fine.
DJ.
Oh, he's got a Force Staff. No, he doesn't.
Okay.
They don't have.
I thought they were going to go for him. I was like, you know, Tuska's in the area. Husky Tusky.
Hey, you can't steal my names, dude. I coined that. Yo, I'm reporting this guy.
I'll steal everything. But yeah, heart done for the Mr. Miracle Spectre. He'll steal your heart every day. He's got Dust as well, so more of those answers for the Glimmer Capes to burn through the Warlock. Because even if you do have the minus, or rather the reduction in damage from the magical bit, if Warlock is alone, Desolate with Manta is just going to destroy him. Like, 65 bonus damage with that.
Oh, they're baiting out Spectre. He doesn't have buyback haunt. Normally, you see a lot of the pro players they want to do the bait where they use every single thing on the Spectre and then they buy back haunt in and then you just completely win the game. That's a big play. But Miracle, he doesn't have the buyback just yet, but it's still a good play nonetheless. And Ohio's been saving him with the Force Staffs, with the calls, so it's not a bad play to still make.
And I mean, they're baiting it, but it does feel like right now Mineski have no interest of going on to Miracle. I guess where do you look to try and take these fights? Do you just burn through the Invoker every time, or do you need to put your focus on to try and take down DJ?
Honestly, if they could find Ohio, that would be, or I guess you're asking for the other teams.
No, yeah.
But I mean, like, I think going on, like, if you can catch out the Axe, it's the most important. But I'm trying to figure out how they're actually going to do that. Because their lineup, it's sort of weird. Like, their only instant stun, I feel, is going to be the Blink Daggers in with Boulder Smash. They have Abyssal completed now, Mushi. But he's going to be initiating still inside somebody. Oh!
Haunting in. This, again, doesn't feel like it's going to amount to very much. So, Haunt down now.
They wanted to Haunt to make sure that they weren't getting flanked.
Okay.
That's the reason why they made that play. So it kind of looks bad, but it's not really bad at all.
Okay.
And they know that Mineski. So Mineski now, they could either go for Roche or they could go for potentially a high ground or a tier 2. Pop top lane.
Connects onto QO. Dust is there. Invoker is going to drop. Mushi picking up another kill.
Roche respawns in 30. 20.
That's really soon. They do have a little creep in here, though, the Bruiser. So both teams will be aware of it. Unfortunately, you don't have any type of buyback, so...
Mid. Oh.
This might actually just be a free Roshan. They're looking to jump. They catch now onto Raging Potato. Febby pops his ultimate, but the Blade Mail going to do a decent amount here in a little bit as well. They're not careful. They get the rockets dropped out onto a lot of them. There's a hell of a lot of Fatal Bonds spreading out this damage as well, with Mushi running in after Ohio. Going to take down one. The stun onto 2. AU finds him. Can they bring down the Hearted Up Miracle, though? I don't know if they have enough damage in the world to bring down and kill off the Spectre. DJ is still alive on the low ground, but they find the kill with the Infest Bomb. So 4 dead. Holy Toledo. And they force a buyback. Like, this could be, if they want to, they can go Roche.
Potato is going to get soloed bottom. Nope.
He's still alive for the moment. But they're going up for high ground now. And like, Ohio just called there, so Mushi has pretty free reign for this. They still need to be careful of Spectre, though.
Yep, they're going to have Haunt now. So the question is, do they contest Roche here with just 3 heroes, but the remaining, it dies too fast?
I mean, Invoker is there. They have vision of QO. They see him, able to dodge away from the initiation. Now they instead jump over to the other side. Oh, they want to jump on Ohio. Yeah, now they back out, I think. This is too scary to take the fight with everything else up in Haunt. Can they actually get away? That's the question. Mushi's getting bashed by Roche. Able to walk out for the moment. The Force Staff to save him, though. He's off in the trees. Now Ohio gets the big call. On to 2. Is it going to be enough damage? They drop down the combo from the Invoker, but the Snowball save again. Saving the day. Now controlling Miracle. The CM ulti from the low ground. Mushi trying to man up against Miracle, but I don't know if they're going to be able to find the kill. They're all over there by the shrine. KYXY is going to stay alive as well.
Miracle, his things ran out.
I think that they can still get out of this one, though. And TA beating away at them, but they have enough survivability. AU jumps out. DJ trying to deal the damage. Another Snowball save. Connects onto DJ. They can't quite connect on the Snowball, though. And QO still alive in the midst of this. On the south side, they've lost the Enchantress. They've lost the Axe. There's no buyback on these heroes.
The only thing holding Mineski back for the last 20 seconds is Mushi having no mana. QO. Woo. QO, split pushing bottom.
Okay. He's making the plays that they need to. AU is here to block any TPs away, and meanwhile, there's still a Roche battle that's going to get started.
Trying to do Roche while taking Rex.
AU spots over to the side. Miracle is still managing to get this. He's got so much regen from the heart.
Got dusted up.
All right, they spot him out over there. Mushi, in the meantime, takes down Febby, going back in for the fight onto Miracle. They force him out of the Roche pit. Now going to also force QO back. They're going to bring down QO. Also going to take Roshan. Winning fights on multiple fronts, and Fnatic has been spread too thin. 4 dead. Oh my god, and Miracle wants to go back in to take down Roshan, but I don't think he can do it.
I think he wants to go for the steal. Like, there's ways for him to make the steal, but not anymore. Like, if Mushi was finishing it up by himself, then he could have gotten the steal pretty easily, I think. There's like, or a 50-50 chance, just right click. There's also the cheese pickup. So that's a pretty big deal, what just happened. Invoker's still dead. He's going to have to buy back.
And I mean, we talk about the strength of this late game lineup that you have on Fnatic, but the reality is, if you've got a Bloodthorn TA with BKB, Mushi has Aegis, is ready to hit the tower, a DD as well. I don't know if they can stop this push, and they might need to buy back on the Invoker. There's the jump forward. They catch on to Mushi right at the start of this. Haunt as well, trying to bring him low. Febby with the ultimate. Can they bring down AU? They stop it in the midst of it, but AU is still going to fall here. Ninja Boogie's going to drop too, so they lose the 2 supports. I don't know if they're going to be able to find anything else off the back of this, though, because everybody else from Mineski's running.
So what happened here this time is Spectre had Dust, really well played, goes in onto the Warlock that has Glimmer Cape, dust them, and then they also have what kind of triples the output of the damage of Spectre, maybe even quadruples it, is the Diffusal pickup. So you're not only getting the Radiance burn, but for every hit you're also burning their mana, and that's just why the Warlock melted, the ES melted. And now they're going to force potentially buybacks.
I mean,
if Invoker dies here, it's game.
Yeah,
this is scary.
Nobody has buyback right now, and actually they just now break through backdoor protection. Musi is going to be controlled. They have the meatball onto him. The Sheepstick is there as well, but where's the rest of their damage? DJ can only do too much. He's brought down by about half HP, and now with the 2 buybacks, Fnatic are forced to retreat.
Yeah, they kind of bought back as they were retreating already on Fnatic. That was a little bit of a misplay coming in from Mineski. They still had like 15 seconds on their supports, but they didn't take any damage on their Raxus. So Fnatic getting away with one right there, but still, Mineski has the Aegis, has the cheese to work with on the Lifestealer. Or where's the cheese at? Okay, the Tusk has the cheese. Okay, what?
He's still got it there. Man, what a crazy game so far. Like, you look at the way that one team fight went out. You had the fights going on by the tier 3 towers where they got the barracks, but you also had the Aegis going in the way of Mineski. And they do still have it for at least a little while. I mean, how are we valuing the late game over the next couple of minutes? Do you think that Fnatic have the heroes to still stand up against, or rather Mineski have the heroes to stand up against what Fnatic have?
The way they've itemized is really good, but it's tough. It's close. I want to say it's still close, but you see the inherent problem. Spectre is just destroying these supports in the back line. But if Mineski can get a good jump, then it doesn't matter about positioning and stuff.
And I guess the downside too is that you don't have the same type of like item progression on your Warlock as you do for the CM, who's going to be able to go into more big items now, whereas Warlock is still, he's not going to have like the Aghanim's Refresher anytime soon on Ninja Boogie.
Yeah, this is kind of where the Midas starts paying off, when you actually do survive team fights and you can start using it a little bit more frequently. Instead, they're going to go for the smoke wraparound play. They have the buyback on Miracle. So even if he dies, he could just bait out his death here if he really wants to.
They're looking for that opening. Ohio, DJ, QO, they're all in the area. They did just Midas a creep though, so that should signal to Mineski that they're in the area, but they're actually not going to do it. KYXY wants to jump in, the snowball there. They're not able to catch on to Ninja Boogie. They do finally catch him now. He's going to end up dropping. They don't get the chaotic offering off, but the silence onto 3. The magnetized onto 3 as well. Can they kill him off? QO is still off in the trees. They managed to find him with the stun. AU, the player, connects blind, and now Ohio in a hell of a lot of trouble. A triple kill. Somehow, someway, Mineski has done it again, and KYXY chasing down Miracle. Might run into him now, but I don't think they can kill him off. He's just trying to cut creep waves. But they do still have
Enchantress. Oh, Miracle. Meanwhile, Ohio, he's gone in. Just be careful.
I mean, they don't have a buyback after the fact here. Like, this is a tier 3 tower down, and they have 2 catapults that did not die in that fight. And like, they're trying to control Miracle, trying to bring him low. I feel like you just don't even focus on him. The Manta style to take off the Bloodthorn. He's just going to turn to fight. Maybe another snowball. Can they bring him down? They are going to be able to find that kill. Aegis just now reclaimed the buyback, though. He wants to defend these barracks, but they're already gone. Ohio jumps for Mushi, not able to connect. Now they back out. So Mineski win big, take the first lane of barracks.
Yep, Fnatic, they just focus way too much on trying to get down the Warlock. This kind of left their CM and Enchantress exposed. They got immediately blown up. If Ohio does not focus on the TA and calls the TA, it's just free reign. Like, TA is not controlled. The Invoker, he got chased down eventually. The BKBs are a problem for Invoker. He can't really burst anybody at the team fight unless he hexes them. So, and then with that team fight loss, AU, he's about to have a Lotus Orb. So all that great initiation coming in from the Invoker with QO's Scythe before, it's going to be rendered useless now because of the Lotus Orb. So this is scary now for Fnatic.
I didn't notice it before, but KYXY has also gone for the 700 health talent on Tusk. So even more tanky than he was before. 2,600 HP on this guy.
Probably just got level 25 from that last team fight, honestly. That was a huge fight where you kill Spectre, who's really high level, the Invoker. Now they're going to take out Shrine here.
Yeah.
Pretty much KY and Ohio have been playing the best for both teams because these snowball saves have been very important. This Frozen Sigil in team fights has just been causing a huge pain in their side, not only slowing the movement speed, but the attack speed too of Fnatic, giving vision.
Well, the shrines are now down across the map. Mushi, I don't know if it's baiting it out at this point or what exactly is going on, but he is ginormous. Also had a moon shard either fed to him or he bought it himself. I saw there was 10,000 gold on the Templar Assassin a second ago. But they're holding the line for the moment, and this is where the games really start to break down, where it's not clear, you know, who's in the advantage, just whoever can win the team fight.
Yeah, but if you look at the net worth, though, the two of Dire are 10K each ahead. So they're clearly, like, in the favor because they really need to have that one more item on Spectre, that one more big item on Invoker, and then they would be on kind of equal footing.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, you can just say that Enchantress is pretty big, and she can become a right-clicker. It's just that she just got blown up last fight. Meanwhile,
yeah. Mushi gonna step forward, pops the rage, backs out.
Shrine down.
They take it.
Pretty big deal.
I guess that is the thing, is that it feels as if whoever wins the team fight is going to be able to take towers quickly, but it's Mineski that have won each and every team fight for the past, like, 10 minutes maybe of this game. So, quite hard to doubt their prowess at this point, although maybe the next Roche fight is going to be a big determining factor as well.
Yep, and then the thing about Roche that's kind of hard for Fnatic to get in is, like, they know there's going to be a trap there.
They know they have potential scouting from the sigil, and then they have to like use their haunt preemptively to see where the enemy is, else they're just not gonna get the jump on Mineski. And then when you're using the haunt too soon, just for scouting purposes, it's causing a lot of lack of damage in these team fights. Yeah. You can see that Fnatic have always been opening with the haunt first, and it's just if they hold it till the fight's already started, it'd be a lot better.
Oh, these illusions going out as well. Sort of another version of the haunt, just scouting out the area to see what's going on. But still not a great way to deal with Mushi. That was a good play, calling into the Force Staff, and now they've got control over Mushi. Still, they wait for the Chaotic Offering. Do drop it a little bit off the mark, though, so no Chaotic Offering. Now Ohio looks for the call, not able to connect. The haunt is out as well. Want to run down somebody here, but still Mineski sticking together. Snowball forward and away. KYXY makes the retreat. So haunt down, Chaotic Offering down, and it looks like Mineski are just going to lick their wounds back up.
I think Miracle thought that Ohio had hit his call or something, and then they were just going to immediately blow everything on that. But with this haunt down, now they lose Aegis. That's Aegis and Cheese. This is not looking too hot for Fnatic. I don't know how they're going to hold this Rax without having Spectre Haunt. Does he have buyback yet again?
Yeah, it does not. Yeah. He is still a minute away from that. And you have CM as well as Enchantress that are just a little bit of gold away from the buyback as well.
So a lot of lives here to work with Mineski. They can boost the travel win.
That's another one of those really good plays where they pull Mushi really far into the base, but they just can't make anything of it after the fact.
Essentially, Dire have, let's see, an extra life on Mushi, that's 6. Cheese on Tusk and Earth Spirit. Let's count, guys. What is that? 7, 8. Boots of Travel buyback in with TA. That's 9. Boots of Travel back in with life, so that's 10.
Got a lot of lives.
I'm just doing some NA math, guys. I'm just joking.
It's beautiful. I like it. The nice thing is that you do have Spectral Dagger on that low cooldown, 6 seconds, as well as a good amount of other out spam. So this does make breaking high ground a lot harder for Mineski. Like the mixture of the 6-second cooldown Spectral Dagger and the Tornado cooldown.
Right. So this is how they should approach this. So every single time Axe is going to, they're going to blink in the Axe call, pull Lifestealer back. That's when TA goes on the barracks or the tower bottom. What they're doing right now is really good. They're going to split it up. They're going to put TA on the bottom racks. And then they're going to have a problem of trying to control the TA and the Lifestealer.
Okay.
And then you have the saving heroes in the bottom lane. Like you have the Lotus Orb, Earth Spirit, as well as the Snowball Blinking Tusk in the bottom. Meanwhile, Mushi just going mid.
Good play. Hops inside of the creep as well, but it is about to die as soon as these creeps beat it down. So, again, playing a back and forth game here.
Alright, Raging Potato. He's going to probably have to pop BKB here.
Tornado as well as the Ice Wall. This is a nice play. Raging Potato in some trouble. Chaotic Offering comes down, but they have pop BKB. QO now going to just melt away. AU drops it down as well. They get the counter play with the Haunt back into it, but I don't know if they have enough damage. They can't even run down Raging Potato. He's going to have Refraction and sits back up. Another Snowball save as KYXY saves himself, turns back onto QO. The silence comes out from AU. QO so low. Ohio, can he turn it? Dunk onto 1. Is there going to be another dunk? Mushi so alive. KYXY dies. Miracle is gonna fall. Mushi too big, too large, too in charge. The captain, my captain, is trying to take down his old friend, but it looks like he might have stepped too far forward. Aegis falls.
From the TA, he's back in. Bots in.
Every damn person buying back, but Mushi, Hex, Cold Snap, Force Staff from Raging Potato. Can they keep him alive? It doesn't look like it. Mushi's starting to fall. Raging Potato jumps for DJ, but they can't kill him off either. There's the armlet toggle.
Raging Potato, he bought back. He can't die. He cannot die.
This might be enough. Miracle is going to go for the chase. There is a BKB now. Refraction is soon to be down. Ohio is there looking for the call. No, we got his Blink Dagger canceled. And still, Mushi is so deep in this.
The Fatal Bond's canceling his blink.
Miracle trying to run. Another big jump. Ohio, where's your call? He's got it in a second, but his Blink Dagger is on cooldown. This battle has been going on for about 2 minutes at this stage, and
they just used Fortify. Don't worry, guys.
KYXY still controlled. Ohio gets the big call into 3. Isn't enough? KYXY's down, dead for 2 minutes. The Magnetize kills off Ohio. He's done for 100 seconds. But Invoker's gone for 2 minutes. I think that Mineski might have finally done it. Somehow through all of that, Mushi only ended up dying once. Febby, they're controlling AU. Miracle is back. There's a chance. Mushi's just so damn big. They can't do anything. All right, Ohio there. Mushi, they call, they turn, they fight. They're starting to bring him low. He's dead, but still has buyback. And as you said, mega creeps are in hand for Fnatic. Holy shit, what a fight.
Ohio pretty much making sure that Fnatic were staying in the game. They're still in the game. They know that Mushi does have buyback. If they're able to kill anyone, this could be game for Fnatic. Oh, they don't have Invoker. If they had Invoker, this could actually have been a turnaround for Fnatic.
It's still so tough.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks not having the Invoker here.
So the other thing, Mushi did 12,000 damage in that fight. Like, that's going to be more than probably most of the heroes throughout the whole game on Fnatic. It's just... You
know, the reason why he lived so long is because he picked up the butterfly. If he didn't have the butterfly and having that evasion against like all of the right clicks coming in from Enchantress as well as Spectre, he would have died at least 2-3 times over. So that pickup of the butterfly is pretty amazing. Surprisingly, he went for the 25 movement speed talent over the 15% evasion. He could have stacked multiplicative. But anyways, so now you're in a situation where Invoker is alive. How are they gonna hold this?
It's tough. Like, you talked about the need for BKB, and he's gonna have it, but it does feel like just the net worth lead that you've got on Mineski is so tremendous at this point. Like, how do you deal with it? I don't even know. Any other big level 25s that have come up? We have the Earth Spirit, and he went for the minus 45-second respawn time. Enchantress is getting close to hers, where she can either take over the Ancients or respawn more quickly. It does look like still very close. The tome wasn't enough there. I don't know.
Enchant those Ancients, like you said. It's the only hope. The only hope for Fnatic. It's okay. They got 2 more games. Potentially. Right now, all Mineski really has to do is farm, wait for Aegis to respawn, and then just make sure they don't get picked off by a smoke play. But at the same time, it's pretty obvious when there's a smoke play. You're in your base. You're against Megas.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a hero that's going to win you a late game scenario, it's going to be Spectre, but...
Yep, Spectre and Invoker, man. Can't count them out.
It does definitely feel like this is...
Oh, they're going for it. They want this game to end.
Yeah, they're ready to party.
If this is a 3-2-2, oh my... Alright, they can get him.
I mean, Miracle is hanging out there up front and center. They're looking for that initiation. I don't know if this is the guy that you want to go on. Maybe it is. He has Manta Style, Walrus Punch, trying to get him down. They have Han as well. Can they save him? Miracle gonna drop. Nobody was in the area from Fnatic to save a life. Dead for 2 minutes, no Spectre. That might be the nail in the coffin.
Yep, that seems to be the nail in the coffin. I don't know where they're gonna get the damage from.
Oh, Ohio getting the Blink Dagger broken. Stun on 2, Force Staff through. DJ lives as well. They do still have the big call, but you can see Ninja Boogie here just being a bit of a butt with all of the Warlock Golems hitting him away as well. Cold Snap to break the upheaval. Mushi, eyes on the prize as well as Raging Potato, trying to take down these towers, trying to take down the Ancient. There's Fatal Bonds on every damn person. DJ trying to draw away the creep aggro, but Febby's gone in an instant. Mushi takes down another. They're gonna call, trying to pull him into the fountain, but it's not enough. And good game, well played, gets called as Mineski take game number 1, 63 minutes in.
Now, what a really amazing game, man. That was a really fun game to cast and watch, hopefully. That game came down to basically the offlaners, I feel, in this game. You have the Axe, who was hitting all these amazing calls in these situations, but remember when he hit that call top lane to take out the Warlock? That was like, okay, well, we're putting all of our eggs in one basket, and then when you do that just to kill the Warlock, the TA has free reign, the Lifestealer has free reign, and then they just went to town on their supports, they went to town on their Invoker, and they couldn't save him. So that one team fight kind of opened up the game for Mineski to just take it over, get those Roshans, get the Aegis, and then take a lane of Rax. And then later it was Tusk pretty much being the MVP. He had a ton of great saves coming in with the snowballs on some axe calls, on some people who were just stunned or sheeped or very low about to die. And then I feel like Tusk impact in this game was really fun to watch an offlane Tusk have so much success and so much control in these team fights and team fight turnarounds.
I don't know what to say after it, honestly. Like, as you said, the offlaners, I felt like the KYXY showing that Tusk is still indeed a hero, and teams need to pay attention to him. It doesn't even have to be with the Tuskag Scepter. He can do it without. Snowball saves are back. And of course, it wouldn't be a proper meme cast at the end of it without the Mushi was right. Everything else that goes along with it.
You just jinxed him. You just jinxed him. He's going to lose the next two now.
Oh my God, I know. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But we do have a couple more games left in this one. That's only game number 1. Fnatic versus Mineski, the grudge match of the century, going to continue here. Summit 7 Southeast Asian qualifiers continuing in just a few. Lyrical and Ryu, your two casters. We'll be back in a bit.